No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. I see how many students present. Okay, 188 students present here. A very good morning to all of you. This is officially my first interaction with you. So hopefully we'll soon meet in college. But this interaction is going to be completely online. How many days ago did this induction program begin?
Sir, about 4 days.
5 days.
About 4 or 5 days.
About 5 days.
Okay, 5 days ago. And how has it been so far?
Sir, nice.
Nice.
Sir,
I
Very
really
nice.
would appreciate honest answers. I would really appreciate honest answers. Everybody enjoyed it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's very good. Fine. And how many of you are regularly participating in the yoga sessions in the morning?
Sir. I am participating. Yes, sir, I am.
Come also.
Too.
Sir, me
Me
too.
too. I'm also.
I do.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. This is supposed to be a proficiency class, and a couple of times that we had this program, induction program, before this time, we had it in the offline mode. Of course, before the pandemic, we had it in the offline mode because that's more fun. No matter how much we try to make this lively, it's after all going to be online, and there are limitations. We all know. I have taught online. You have attended classes online. We know that online stuff, they have their own limitations. So I really was hoping that maybe this time we would meet our students for the induction program offline, but due to certain limitations that couldn't happen. I can assure you that if this program happened offline, things would have been much more fun. But anyway, how many of you know that in engineering colleges across the country, and I'm talking about even IITs and JU, BSU, or IIEST as it is known now, down to private engineering colleges like ours, IEM Heritage. In each of these colleges, there are English teachers, there is an English department or humanities department. How many of you know that? Are you aware of this?
Yes,
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Some of you are saying no, some of you are saying yes. Okay, fine. The fact is that each and every engineering college in this country,
Sir, your sound is cracking.
each and every engineering college.
So we cannot hear you.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Sir, you are not clearly.
Yeah. Am I
Sir, we
audible
cannot-
now? Am I audible now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that happened
Yes,
because
sir.
a call. That happened because a call came through, and whenever there's a call coming through, Zoom meetings get disrupted. If this happens again, know that there's a call coming through. That's why I'm not going anywhere, right? Okay. So every engineering college in this country, right from the IIT to Jadavpur University to the NITs to IIEST in Shibpur, and of course, IEM Heritage, our college, all of these institutions have a humanities department, and there are teachers who are basically English teachers. The reason for this, and you should know this because this is extremely important, because apparently if you use your common sense, the question would be like, why do we need this subject anymore? We are into technology. We are studying technology. We would be studying technology. Why do we need English anyway? it's not just English in the way you think it is. I mean, it's not all about only grammar and tense and all that stuff, poems and short stories. It's not that. It's a different kind of English. And the reason behind this is that once you get out of college, another 3 years later, when campusing happens and you are all set for your careers, you will probably join an organization which will require you to work with people from the UK, the US, maybe Spain, Portugal, you never know, even Pakistan, Bangladesh, you never know. Which means that even if you have a lot of knowledge in the subjects that you would be studying, whichever stream of engineering you have got into, no matter how much knowledge you have, if you do not have good communication skills, hold on for a second. বলুন যে proficiency class 10টা। So no matter how supremely knowledgeable you prove yourself to be during these 3-4 years of your BTech, you're not going to prosper in your career because you are not going to have good enough communication skills. And that is extremely important today. Only your Aadhaar and PAN will tell you that you are an Indian citizen. But all the projects on which you are going to work, they are going to be global, mostly American or European. We all know that all the engineering projects that if you have your brothers and sisters who are already working in the IT sector, core sector, if you ask them, they'll tell you that most of the times they work on projects that are basically from Europe or America. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that in order to survive, literally, in order to survive in cutthroat competition, you have to have a pleasant personality. You have to have basic communication skills. Only having knowledge does not work in 2021. There was a time when our parents were of your age. The world appreciated people who looked like mad people, but were supremely knowledgeable. At that time, it was cool. Like, you don't comb your hair, you wear toned clothes, you don't bathe, you are stinky, but you have exceptionally high volume of knowledge inside you. The world would respect you. But that was that. Today, that doesn't work. If you are a person who, let's say, does not bathe too often, does not shave, does not comb his hair or her hair, does not dress smartly, you lack basic communication skills, then people are going to quick to judge you and discard you even before you get your first opportunity to prove to them that you are really, really good. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because if I bring it to a local level of example giving, then I would have to tell you that we are right now most impressed, and impressed before anything else, by the package of a product. The package has to be good. Packaging is a very big industry now because people have understood that you can pack crap inside and it'll still work if the packaging is good. If you ask me whether this is acceptable, I would say no. This is unfortunate that if you package a bad product well, even then it'll work. It's unfortunate. It shouldn't be like that. The focus should be more on the product than the packaging. But unfortunately, packaging has become extremely important today, as a result of which, from a little toothbrush of a baby to maybe the biggest objects that you are buying from Flipkart and Amazon right now, you will find the packaging is brilliant. I clearly remember maybe 4 or 5 months back, I ordered food from Swiggy and they delivered it, and I found the packaging horrible. The food had spilled out and I didn't like the sight of what I received. So I sent a message to Swiggy and I said, this is disgusting packaging. I mean, even before I taste the food, when I open the packet and I see that the food has spilled out of the container and is inside the packets and it's all messed up inside, I don't feel like having that food. I wrote this to Swiggy that I would like to remind you that you are serving human beings. You are not giving food to stray dogs. You are giving food to human beings. Please maintain the dignity. And Swiggy got back to me within 15 minutes, refunding the entire amount of what I had paid and with a big, sweet apology letter, email. So that is how important packaging is right now. I'm sure you made this choice due to some reason to study in our college. And there too, packaging and advertisement played a part. Because none of you, I mean, except 2, 3, 4 of you who have friends in this college or who have their own brothers and sisters who studied in this college, none of you really know this college. It's not possible. Like, you are outsiders. You don't know this college. No matter which college you would have got admitted in, you wouldn't have really known that college. It's not possible from outside. So what did you see? You saw what we showed you. You saw what we showed you. You see what all colleges during the admission season show you. As simple as that. And I'm sure you will agree when I tell you that you do get influenced by the advertisements. You do get influenced by the hoardings and placards that you see. You do get influenced by the stuff that you get to know from people who are many a times recruited by those educational institutions to tell you stuff, good stuff. So what I'm trying to tell you for the last 10 minutes is that now, more than ever before, packaging has become extremely important. This does not mean, and I would never tell you, that focus only on the outward glow while you are dirty inside. You are a bad human being inside and try to be Mother Teresa outside. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you have to realize that you are going into the corporate sector sooner or later. And in that sector, looks matter. How you carry yourself matters. What kind of personality you have matters. What kind of language you use matters. How you sit, stand, walk, talk, etc. matters. And the reason behind this quote unquote lecture of mine to you in our first interaction is that I have seen many Titanics of careers sink just because of the fact that they said something wrong, they did something wrong, they conducted themselves in a wrong way, and their entire career in a particular organization or in a particular industry or sector went down the drain so fast that even before they realized that something terrible was happening to them, their careers were over. And I really strongly feel that you guys actually are going to have it tougher than other people. You know why? Because you will often find the rest of the world telling you, oh, it's going to be so easy for you. Like, you guys have campusing, whether you study law or medicine or honors degree courses. Campusing doesn't usually happen. Like, the course ends and then you have to approach various firms and organizations, submit your CVs. It's a long process. Get rejected 1,000 times. People usually are jealous of engineering students because of the fact that they get recruited in the third year itself. While going from third year to fourth year, they get their jobs and they get to study the final year of their BTech courses with a job in their pockets. And that's so cool. So people are usually jealous of BTech students. They think that it's easy for them. But having had friends, and by friends, I mean my students, because that's what I consider them. And because they share so much with me all the time, I have come to know, and I have seen very, very closely, that the story is exactly the opposite. Because when a 21-year-old guy from, let's say, St. Xavier's or Presidency or any of the colleges, just because I'm naming a couple of colleges does not mean I'm specifically referring to students of only those colleges. At the age of 21, when they're having the time of their lives, they're hanging out, they're going on dates, they're watching movies, they're having quote unquote fun. You at 21 are stressed out because you have a job interview tomorrow. And if you don't clear it, maybe a couple of more chances, and then you will leave the college.
Sir, your voice is breaking again.
Please repeat.
Yeah, I know. Another call. The thing is, I might be getting a couple of more calls, and that's when this will happen. I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when those people across the country at the age of 21, studying other subjects, studying in other fields, are having the time of their life, they are graduating and they are, as I said, watching movies, going out on dates, hanging out with friends. You are stressing yourself out because the next day you have a job interview. And those interviewers, the corporate sector, they will have no mercy. Why? Because if they treat you as young kids, students after all, quote unquote, if they treat you like students and children and kids, etc., then that's a problem for them. You know why? Because once they recruit you, once the recruitment is done, they will have to pay you. And whenever money comes into the equation, in any kind of relationship, between friends, lovers, your employer and you, money comes into the picture, the entire picture changes. So even though you're 21, even though you are just like, that friend of yours from JU, Presidency, Xavier's, etc., you are a lot more stressed because you have job interviews, and I'm telling you that they are not going to have any mercy. They are not going to think that, oh, he's after all or she's after all a 21-year-old student. Chalo theek hai, isko maaf karo, jaane do, galat answer de diya, theek hai, bacche hi to hai. They won't think like that because there's money in the equation. If I have to pay you every month, year after year, I would have a right to say that unless and until you are the best, I'm not going to hire you. And that means that the recruitment process is going to be extremely, extremely tough. Facing that, going through that tough process at the age of 21 deserves, at least I think, deserves a lot of respect and admiration. And that's the reason why I typically respect my students a lot, because they do things at the age of 20, 21, which I did not when I was growing up. When I was 20, 21, I did not take so much stress. I did not have to. Some of the people I know who are studying in other colleges, studying other courses, they don't have to take so much stress as my kids do, my friends in college do. So I want you to know a couple of things right on the first day of our interaction. And I want you to remember these things. Number one, it is very, very important for you to grow up very quickly. You have 3 more years. Although BTech is of 4 years, you have 3 years because your recruitment drives will happen at the end of the 3rd year. While when you are in your 4th year, you will typically have a job, and that will be so cool to have a job and still study the final year of your course. Maybe some companies would even ask you to join, and the college will let you do that. So maybe in your final year of BTech, you will not even be here. You will be in Bangalore or Pune or Hyderabad or Chennai or Gurgaon, or maybe Kolkata. But you will not be in college because many companies are nowadays asking students to join in final year. And that's cool because By the time your BTech is done, you have 1 year job experience as well. That's so cool, because otherwise, after BTech, if you start your job, then 1 year would mean 1 solid year after your BTech. In this case, if an organization asks you to join quote unquote immediately, that would mean that you will just come to college in final year for writing your semester examinations. Mind you, I'm not saying that every company will tell you this, but increasingly organizations are asking students to join immediately. So towards the end of the 3rd year, you get a job and they say, join now, and you join and you go to Pune, and then I get to meet you only twice for the 2 last semester examinations of your BTech course. And by the time you pass out your BTech, you already have 1 year of job experience. And I think that's very, very cool. That's number 1. So you have to really have to grow up quickly. But here's the catch. Here's what I would add to that growing up part. And this is something that you need to do if you have to keep your sanity alive. In the process of growing up, do not kill your childhood. Do not kill the fun part of college life. The key word that I'm trying to give you here is balance. Yes, you need to understand that in the next 3 years, you need to grow up and transform from boys and girls to ladies and gentlemen. But at the same time, I would not ask you to immerse yourselves only in books and forget about hanging out with friends, forget about watching movies, forget about going out with your loved ones. I would never say that. You know why? Because these things, hanging out with friends, watching movies, creating memories in the process of living life, these are the real stuff. Is education not the real stuff? It is. It definitely is. But the problem that I find with education, especially when it comes to technology, is that technology moves forward at such a fast pace that by the time you master the technology of 2G, there's 3G in the market. By the time you devote yourself to mastering the technology behind 3G, there's 4G in the market. And by the time you are fully ready to face the market with all the knowledge in the world about 4G, there's 5G in the market. So my advice to all my students is don't become too serious about education, because you are studying technology, which is not going to be the same by the time you pass out. 4 years in terms of technology. Why 4 years? Because your BTech is going to be of 4 years. 4 years in terms of technology is a lot of time, right? So yes, you need to be serious about studies. Yes, you need to learn what is being taught to you or what would be taught to you. But I would very strongly advise you to not sacrifice the opportunities of creating memories and moments in the process of living life. College life is supposed to be fun. Don't let it go through an unnecessary abortion. Don't do that. Again, the key word here is balance. Let me tell you something that I believe you don't know at this stage, and you should know at the beginning of your BTech. Most of the organizations that you will face while you go through your recruitment drives will typically set the eligibility criterion to 60 to 75%. That's the range. If you have 60%, then you are eligible for the recruitment process. You don't get the job right away. There's a process. But if you have 60%, you become eligible for the process. The range of eligibility is typically 60 to 75, which means what I just told you means that somebody who has 75% and somebody who has 95% will get the same opportunities when it comes to jobs. So my point here, my logical sense tells me that if I am studying technology, which is going to change in 3-4 years anyway, and if I know a teacher told us during the induction program that typically the eligibility criterion is 60 to 75%, no company has ever said that people who have 90+% would be eligible for the recruitment drive. No company has ever said that. It's always 60 to 75. For TCS, I think it's 60, 65. For some other company, it's 70, but the maximum is 75, which means somebody with a 76% and somebody with a 99% are going to be eligible for the same recruitment drives. Each one of those, both would be eligible. And guess what I have seen in my career? Many a times, many a times, the person with a 96% did not get a job before a person who had always scored 75, 76%. It's a fact. I'm not saying that there is a little less respect for the person who has got 96%. Not at all saying that. I'm saying the reality is that your marks in your class tests, in your semester examinations, high marks will not essentially reflect that you are eligible or suitable for a particular position in a company. If you don't believe me, let me give you an example, and I'm sure you will now understand my point. I'm sure you have come across many teachers in your lives. Till now, there were many teachers who taught you in school. There are going to be many teachers who will teach you here in the college. Many more teachers, if you choose to go for higher studies in your masters, whether it's MTech or MBA, there are going to be many teachers who will teach you. All the teachers who have taught you so far and all the teachers who are going to teach you in future, they would be perfectly qualified to teach you. I'm talking about qualifications. They would all have qualifications, enough qualifications to teach you. But you know, I know, and we all know that a person who's qualified to teach does not necessarily is a good teacher. Sometimes we come across people who are not so qualified, but when they make us understand something, we understand it so easily. And there are people with very high 5 degrees and they bore us. They have 10,000 times more knowledge, but if somebody asks us, how is that person as a teacher? We say, well, it's obvious that that person has a lot of knowledge, but somehow he makes the process of teaching and learning so difficult. That's exactly how it is. Even in your case, a 96% in your BTech does not and will not necessarily ensure a job. It will prove that you dealt with your syllabus very well. That's it. It will not prove, your 96% will not prove that you have a good personality. It will not prove that you are not a greedy person. Your 96% will not prove that you are a philanthropic person. Your 96% will not prove that you are a patriotic person. Your 96% will not prove that you have enough respect for your teachers and your parents. Your 96% will not prove that you will be a good employee. So if your 96% does not prove so many things, then why should I recruit you based on your scores only? That's why organizations will tell you that anybody who has more than 60 or 70 or 75% would be eligible for the recruitment drive. And then the recruitment drives or the recruitment processes would happen where you will be able to take part and somebody with a 70% will be able to take part and somebody with an 80, 85, 90, 95, 99% will be able to take part, and then anything can happen. Somebody with a 65% might get the job and somebody with a 96% may not get the job. So what I am telling you, the picture that I'm trying to clearly paint before your eyes is, please get out of that school level fantasy that getting high marks, getting a very high percentage essentially defines success. It does not ensure anything in life. So focus on your syllabus, get decent enough marks to become eligible for recruitment drives so that you get the opportunities to prove yourself, get as much marks as is necessary, and then branch out and learn other stuff which are not there in the syllabus. Because today, organizations want to know from students, अच्छा पढ़ाई तो किया, बीटेक किया, बहुत अच्छे स्कोर्स भी लाए, सब ठीक है भैया, बट पढ़ाई के अलावा और क्या किया? क्रिकेट खेला, फुटबॉल खेला, कराटे में पार्ट लिया, चलो कंप्यूटर गेम्स खेल लिया, उसका कहीं पे कोई अकम्प्लिशमेंट है, कविता लिखते हो, क्या करते हो? सिर्फ बीटेक किया and you won't get the job. Maybe your BTech has a 96%, but that सिर्फ BTech किया, सिर्फ पढ़ा और कुछ नहीं किया, that's a problem. So please change your mentality coming into this college, coming into a different level of education. Please unburden yourself from all the previous misconceptions that you have been nurturing inside of yourselves. Open your mind to learning, open your mind to improving, not just academically, but in all aspects. And you will see that getting a good job will not be difficult. It's a 130 plus crore population wala country. So obviously the competition is very, very high. But at the same time, I'm telling you with a lot of responsibility, because I'm not going to conduct this session and run away, right? I'm going to be in this college. You are going to be a part of this college for the next 4 years. Anything that I say now that later on gets proven to be false will ensure that you lose respect for me. So I will not tell you anything that's not right, that's not factually correct, that's not something that I have not seen in my career. These are all things that I have seen. These are all things that I deal with every day. I am not just an English teacher. I am in this college a personality development trainer. I groom students. I tell students how to dress, what color combination of shirts and pants they should wear, what kind of watches are formal, belt colors, shoe colors, whether beard and mustache fits someone's face, suits someone's face, how one should walk, how one should sit. Communication skills, very, very important. It's not just English that I teach or my colleagues teach. So there's a lot that's going to happen. If you truly devote yourself, if you have understood what I have been telling you so far, and if you seriously think that you need a job, you need that financial freedom, that prized financial freedom, then you have to devote time for yourself. This is not technology. This is probably far more important than that, because if you have a good personality, then no matter which job you are in, which industry or sector you are in, which part of the world you are in, you stand up and start speaking, people shut up and listen. People are impressed. People want you to talk. People want to listen to you. People know that you open your mouth, they are going to learn something that will help them live better lives. That is a personality that you should aim to have. Everything else is transient. Everything else is temporary. Everything else has a high chance of not being there in your life. Your personality will be there and it will create a path for you that will lead to success. So my request to all of you is, have a lot of fun in the next 3 years, enjoy college life, because once you get into your jobs, you will understand that your college lives were probably the best years of your lives, and you only studied, you didn't do anything. That's going to be a lot of regret, I'm telling you that. Because once you get into your jobs, the corporate sector will suck the last drop of blood from your body. The corporate sector is tough. They say that slavery has been abolished. Slavery does not exist. Slavery exists. It exists in a sophisticated form. And all the people who work in the corporate sector, if you talk to them, if they actually open up to you, you will see how much their lives have changed since they've started working. They go bald, they become fat, they have stressful lives, their relationships suffer, they are unable to give even their parents time. It's a bad life. It's not a very good life. So my very strong suggestion to you is, don't put everything into your books, because then you will miss out on life. Create a balance, get the marks that you need to become eligible for recruitment drives, and then the rest of the time, focus on creating memories for the lifetime. If you have understood till this part, and if you have anything that you want to discuss, ask, please do that. Let's make it interactive, because that will help you open up, and that will help me to establish the friendships that I hope to establish with you guys. Is there anyone in this group, and I want honest answers, okay? Is there anyone in this group who really did not want to study engineering? Wanted to study something else? Everybody, all the 211, 12 students that I have here, everybody really wanted to study engineering from the childhood?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's an exception. That's an exception, because every year there are some people who would say,
Sir.
no, I wanted to become a doctor, artist.
Yes, sir. Yes,
cook."
sir. Sir, I was a NEET aspirant.
Okay,
I
what's your name?
dropped 2 years for
What's your name?
MBS, but this year also I think I will not get. So I
Okay.
took this. Yes.
What is your name?
Sudeep Kundu.
Okay, Sudeep. Okay, so there's a NEET aspirant who's come with us. And is there
Yes, sir.
anyone else?
Sir,
Yes.
I am going.
Okay, see, this is the problem in online mode. People don't understand that other people are also talking, because you can't see them. One by one, let's go.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I am going to. I've given the exam of for pilots, sir.
Pilots.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
What's your name?
Shomajit Haldar.
Shomajit Haldar. So you have written that examination.
Yes, sir.
When will the results come out?
Sir, all my everything was cleared for that. ICWA, India's best institute for pilot training. I got that cleared, but at last moment, the aptitude test, I got cancelled that exam. And now from Odisha government, Geti जो institute है, from that institute, they called me, but sir, I already entered in engineering, so I don't go there.
Okay, so you had an opportunity, but it was in Odisha, and you have already got admitted here, so you did not go.
Yes, sir. And the
So you
another
will.
was the Red Bird Aviation. They also called, but
Okay.
sir, recently they also called, but I can't go there.
Okay, so you are a man who was going to become a pilot, and now is going to become an engineer, right?
Yes, sir.
How bad do you feel about this? Do you feel very bad?
No, sir, but the cost is too much, sir. For that, family need to highly back up. with financial condition.
No, that's okay. There are practical considerations we all have, but I'm asking you that because you wanted to become a pilot and now you are into BTech, do you really feel bad? Do you have any regrets?
No, sir. I have chosen the automobile stream.
Okay.
I liked it, so I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
After BTech, I can also again give the exam and I can do that for pilot.
Yes, you can. Okay, so there are two people. One that wanted to become a doctor, the other one that wanted to become a pilot. So somebody else, just
Yes,
unmute.
sir.
Yes.
Sir.
What,
Yes, sir.
tell me.
Sir,
Okay.
can I say?
Yes.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Even I wanted to become a pilot.
Okay. What happened? What's your story?
Sir, because I have very poor eyesight, so that became a problem for me.
Okay.
And so now I'm doing engineering because I think I have a scope if I do it, so I can go into the management field and try my luck out there.
MBA.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your name?
Srijita Ghodai.
Okay, Srijita, which stream are you from?
So CSE.
Okay, fine. And there was another man who was trying to speak.
Sir,
Which,
it's me.
yes. What's your name?
Sir, I am Shovik Khara.
Shomik. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, I also wanted to be a doctor. I devoted a year of my life to it. Then I couldn't get the seat by about 25 marks. And then I'm here and I am not sad about that I have to change my whole life for that. But it's okay. I am happy with what's happening with me.
Okay. Which stream are you in?
I am in CSE.
You are also in CS. Okay. So
Hello,
four
sir,
or
can I tell?
Hello.
absolutely.
Hello,
This is your session. You can speak. I would love to hear your stories.
Sir, actually, I wanted to complete course in animation and I wanted to work as a CGI artist.
Oh, cool.
Actually.
What's your name?
Sir, I am Priyal Banerjee from CSE.
Okay. All CSE people. Okay.
But
And then what
actually,
happened?
but actually, I don't regret studying CSE because I wanted to study engineering. And I think that after completing this, I can also do that animation. And my that dream is still not there yet. So this is what I think I can do.
Okay. So that kind of falls into your plan, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So my name is Arin Ganguly.
Your name is Arindam?
Arin Ganguly.
Acha, Arin Ganguly. Fine. Tell me your story.
Sir, I wanted to study mathematics in ISI, Indian Statistical Institute, but I couldn't crack the exam, the whole exam. I cracked the first preliminary exam. Then I didn't qualify the subjective exam.
Okay.
So
you are now here with us.
Yes, sir. CSE.
Okay. Oh, again, CSE. Okay, fine. All CSE people. Anyone else that wants to share his or her story?
Sir, can I?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
Sir, I want to give that NDA exam, but I could not crack it because my criteria was going out.
Okay.
So I have planned for CDS exam.
Acha, CDS. Okay. So you will go for CDS, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which stream are you from?
Sir, EC.
EC. And what's your name?
Sir, Gopal.
Gopal. Okay, fine. Anyone else? See, once
Sir,
you start
sir,
opening
I
up.
want to ask one thing.
Ask.
Sir, does a drop year matters anything at the time of placement?
I won't say it does not matter at all. You may be asked what you did in that drop year. For example, there's this man who just said that he dropped 2 years in the hope of studying medicine. You said,
sir,
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So they will ask you that question in an interview because 1 year is still normal. 1 year is something that we still are used to, but 2 years of drop is something that obviously will get you a question. Now, what you have to do is you have to prepare an answer, which I will help you with. And you have to give that answer to them, because if you simply tell them that I wanted to become a doctor and I devoted 2 years to it, and then it did not happen, and then I came to BTech, they will because I told you they are merciless people, they'll instantly said, oh, so this is your second option. You never wanted to become an engineer, so you must not be a very good engineer, because this was not something that you wanted to be. Do you get it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. So we have to sit down and prepare a good answer for this question so that you get less hurt. You will get hurt a little bit, because there's no way in which you can cover these 2 years completely. You can't make these 2 years vanish. So there will be a little bit of hurt, but so that it does not hurt you so bad that you don't get a job, we have to prepare a satisfactory answer that you can give them, so that they don't run away from you, or they don't think that you are an engineer who really did not want to become an engineer. So these are answers that they will look at to judge you. So we'll have to prepare a suitable answer for this. Okay?
Okay, sir.
We'll do that. Don't worry. We'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other person who wants to open up, share, ask questions?
Sir, can I speak?
Yes, you can.
Sir, myself Vivek Khan from CSE department.
What's your name?
Sir, Vivek Khan.
Vivek. Okay, Vivek.
Sir, I want to join as a captain in Indian Army.
Okay, that's good.
It's my dream.
How tall are you?
Sir, I am 180. 180 centimeters.
5 feet 11 inches, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what are you doing to get to that ambition?
Sir, I have given the exam of India, but I can't crack because I have no preparation. I have not prepared for that.
Okay.
So I want for CDS and CAPF.
Okay. So a couple of people who are targeting CDS. Good. Okay. What's your name once again? Vivek,
Sir,
right?
Vivek. Yes, sir.
Vivek. Okay. I'll remember that. And who else?
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Sir, my name is Soham Hajra, and I was also preparing 1 year for NEET examination, but it didn't go well for me because there was some disease going on with my father for one last year.
Okay.
It was problematic for me to go on studying. It was mental trauma all the time in my house, so it didn't go well. And the results are out. I got the marks, and it's not up to the level I wanted. So now I'm pursuing engineering. I am CSC, computer science, and my brother, my elder brother, he is also in this field. He passed out in 2015.
From our college?
No, sir. CIT from Uluberia Banikogla.
Yeah. Uluberia. Okay.
From that stream. So it was my natural instinct that told me that I should go into this field.
Okay.
And I am not really regretting the decision to go to this field. I am really into programming and stuff, all like that. So I am enjoying the process till now.
That's what I love. That's the spirit which inspires me. Even if you are my student, that's the spirit that is inspirational for me as well. Cool. Very cool. Anyone else?
Hello.
Yes, the other people who are not speaking, switch off your microphones for some time so that one person can speak, because there's a lot of background noise otherwise.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, good morning, sir. My name is Harsh Mishra.
Okay.
Sir, a few months ago.
Harsh, is the background noise coming from your mic? Are you on the
road?
No,
sir. No, sir.
Okay, somebody is either on the road or close to the road. Switch off the microphone, please, whoever that person is. switch off the microphone. Whoever that person is, there's a lot of noise coming in from the roads. Okay, thank you so much. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Few months ago, sir, I was working in a hotel. And yes,
Okay.
sir. Over there, the boss told me to clean the generator with the cloth.
Okay.
So I refused it, and he got angry on me.
Okay.
He told me that अगर बाबू बनना है तो जाके कहीं बाहर पढ़ाई करो, यहाँ पे आके काम मत करो.
Okay. Okay.
आपको बॉस मत समझो.
Okay. What's your name?
Harsh Mishra, sir.
Harsh. Okay. You spell H-U-R-S-H, right? If I'm not mistaken.
H-A-R-S-H.
H-A-R-S-H. Okay. Okay. So that's why you are in engineering right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's cool. That's a cool story. Okay. Well, which stream?
CSC.
Again, CSC. CSC has a bunch of very interesting people this time.
At that very time, I thought that बनेंगे तो बाबू भी बनेंगे.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. I would really wait to meet you, Harsh.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course, even though I respect you, love you, and I laughed at your story, but I'm not allowing you anywhere close to my generator, okay?
Okay.
Because it seems risky right now.
Yes, sir. He taught me how to use it.
Yeah, but I'm still not allowing you. Don't worry. I'm not allowing you anywhere close to my ACs and generators and all that stuff.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Kidding. Okay, anyone else? The ME people, E people, EC people, these people are very silent. What happened? No life?
Hi, sir.
Hi.
I was also for 2
Yeah,
years.
go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, sir.
Yes. What's your name?
Sir, my stream in second year
Okay.
from EE to CSE.
Okay.
I can do it or not? I just
Yes, sir. Of course you can do it. Of course you can do it, but there are certain rules. I'm sure many of you have this question, right? Whether you can change your stream. Yeah, I'll tell you. I'm sure many of you have this plan of changing the stream from when you go from first year to second year. These are the rules. First of all, every stream has a fixed number of seats. As you might know, because we are a private engineering college, we cannot simply take in 100, 200, 300, 400 students because the AICTE has certain rules. We follow those rules and there are a certain number of seats. So if, let's say in CSE, there are supposed to be 60 seats in our college, we cannot admit 90, 100 students. Even though we'll get money for that from the students, we can't do that, number one. So the number of seats is fixed. Number two, if there is a vacancy, let's say there are 60 seats in CSE, but there are 57, 58 students, right? In that scenario, it may happen that from first year to second year, when you go, if you have 85% or above combination of first semester and second semester results, 85% and above, then you can apply. There will be a notice asking students to apply for stream change. You may apply then. They will probably give you a form also. Fill up the form, submit it, which stream you are in, which stream you want to go into, all that stuff. And then there will be an open competition in the sense that, let us say somebody from ME wants to shift to CSE, somebody from E wants to shift to CSE, somebody from EC wants to shift to CSE. Then what will happen is, if there are 2 seats in CSE, then among all the applications received, the best 2 scores will finally get the opportunity to shift. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if you want to change your stream, if there are other people here right now who really want to change their streams from first year, when they go from first year to second year, my suggestion is you should score very well in your first year, because stream change eligibility criteria is 85%, not just in one semester, but first and second semester combined score should be above 85. And even after that, there would be open competition. So even if you have 87, and let's say there is only one seat in the destination stream, one vacant seat in the destination stream, somebody with 88% or 90% will get in. And even though you have 87, you will not be able to get into CS. So 85% is the bare minimum. And then as high as you can score, the higher the chances will be for you to get into your destination stream. Clear now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cool. Any other questions? Anything that you want to share? This is not a class. This is an interaction. You guys share, I share, we become friends. That kind of interaction. So go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question that when will markout registration process will be done?
Okay. One thing that you should know is that you are in an autonomous engineering college. Now people often get it wrong. Some people think that autonomy means the college is totally free from markout. That's not the case. And some people think autonomy means the college is still fully under markout. That is also not the case. What exactly does this autonomy mean? It means that we can conduct our own examinations, we can set our own question papers, we will decide when the examination will happen, how many class tests will happen, when we will declare our results, how much fees the students should pay. These freedom we have. But when you will get your BTech certificate, you will see that in that certificate will be written MCKV Institute of Engineering, an autonomous college under Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology. So yes, we are autonomous. Like when you become adults, constitutionally speaking, you are an adult, you can do whatever you like. The law of the land will allow you to vote, will allow you to have a driver's license. After 21 will allow you to get married. But the reality of the situation is we will always remain under our parents' eyes and guidance. Similarly, even though we are autonomous, your certificates will say that you have passed out from a college which is autonomous, but autonomous under a university, and that's markout. So the registration will happen maybe after you start attending classes within a couple of months, they will register you as students. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, cool.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, shoot.
Sir, saying that after doing that, then what is the rule of markout under autonomous? Then what will markout implement in autonomous colleges?
When a college becomes autonomous, then the university only keeps a watchful eye on it. The university does not interfere in its question paper making process. It does not interfere in its fees taking process. It does not interfere in its examination process, copy checking process, examination dates, result dates, etc. So the college is truly free, but the college always knows that the university is watching. Even though the university does not interfere, but if the college really does something that's wrong, then the university will have every right to interfere. It's like, as I said, going back to that example, you are an adult, you are above 18. So according to the constitution of this country, you can do a lot of things. Like you can start living together with a partner. The constitution of the country will allow you to live with a girl without marrying her. It's legal. Living together is legal, but your parents won't allow you. That's the function of markout. You are free, but you are not really fully free. Markout is watching over you. Do you get the idea now?
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
So then, which will be better? Means only Maca or autonomous? Which will be better? I want to ask that.
Autonomous will always be better. You know why? Because when an institution becomes autonomous, it has more freedom to do things, to excel. Let me give you a couple of examples. The standard of St. Xavier's College, Kolkata, not the university in Rajarhat, St. Xavier's College in Park Street in Kolkata, has increased a lot since it became autonomous. It became free from the University of Calcutta. Second example, the standard of Narendrapur Ramakrishna Mission has increased a lot from the day it became free from Calcutta University. The standard of Ramakrishna Mission Vidya Mandir, which is in Belur Math, increased a lot since it became free. Now, I don't know how many of you have heard about the NIRF rankings released by the government every year. 1 month ago, the government of India released its NIRF ranking. These rankings are given to colleges and universities throughout the country. Among top 10 colleges in India, number 5 is St. Xavier's Kolkata. There are only 2 colleges from Bengal in the top 10 list. Number 5 is St. Xavier's Kolkata, and number 7 in Ramakrishna Mission Vidya Mandir from Belur Math. These 2 are autonomous colleges. And there are 2 universities in the list of top 10 universities, top 100 universities in India. There are 2 universities. One is Calcutta University. There are 2 universities from Bengal, that is. One is Calcutta University. The other one is Jadavpur University. So my point here is, to answer your question more specifically, Xavier's and Ramakrishna Mission Vidya Mandir in Belur Math, they really went to that NIRF list among the top 10 after they became autonomous. So autonomy means freedom. And if you use freedom in the right way, then you can really, really progress very fast. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Because we now have the freedom of creating our own syllabus also. So we don't have to follow Macaut's backdated syllabus. If Macaut is still teaching 3G, we can actually, because we are free, we can actually start teaching 5G and Macaut can't say anything to us. That freedom, if used correctly, can really create a lot of good things for our students. The IITs are autonomous, the NITs are autonomous, JU, BESU, all these institutions, they are all autonomous. They don't care about any other university or institution. They create their own syllabi and they are so good, so much up there. So I look at it as an opportunity, but the thing with freedom is it has to be used rightly in order to make it work. Freedom can completely ruin you. Freedom can completely elevate you. So depends on how you use freedom. If you use it the right way, then it can really, really create wonders for you. Anyone else with any other questions or anything that you want to share?
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, how to improve our English communication skills?
By practicing. If you watch a lot of cricket on television, will you become a good cricketer?
No.
No. So what will you have to do? If you have to become a good batsman, will watching Sachin endlessly or Virat endlessly help? No. What will you have to do? Tell me. You have to get to the ground and practice batting, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is what you have to do. If you want to improve in anything, like if I watch 1,000 hours of YouTube video on how to drive a car, will I learn how to drive a car? No. I'll actually have to sit on the steering and start driving it. I'll have to face minor accidents. The car is going to get some scratches. I'll fall, I'll get up, I'll fall, I'll get up, and then I'll fall and I'll rise so much that people will look at me and I'll become an inspiration. Watching videos, watching TV of something will not help you learn. You are listening to me speaking in English, this will not help your English. You have to speak. As much as you practice, you will improve that much. Simple equation, directly proportional. Your improvement to practice, directly proportional. Anyone else? See, we are having an interaction, so you can share whatever you want to share. If you have any, I'm sure you have questions because it's a new system. BTech is new, college life is new, MCKB is new. So I'm sure you have questions. Feel free to ask them.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Okay, sir. So, being an introvert person, how to open myself and communicate to others? If there is a solution, can you tell me?
Well, there are a couple
Sir,
of
I
things
also
that
have this question.
you also have this question.
Sir, me too.
Okay. Okay. Fine. See, I keep telling this. I was in fact telling this to one of your final year seniors last week on Friday. A student who is in final year, you think you are new and you have this problem? On Friday, last Friday, a final year student walked into my room and said exactly this. And he is in final year. So this is not a very uncommon problem. And I'm going to tell you what I told him. Being introvert works for people who write poems. Being introvert works for people who are cryptocurrency or stock exchange traders. Being introvert works for people who do not have a job or an occupation in which he or she has to interact with other people. Being an introvert works for them. But anybody who has any other job, let's say if I was an introvert person, then I would not be a good teacher. See, for the last 1.5 hours, I have been constantly talking. I haven't seen you, you are new people, and you are a bunch of new people, 200 almost. So if I were an introvert person, then this session would have so badly failed. Why did I say you can be an introvert if you are a poet and it won't matter? Because you will not interact with any other person. You will sit down in your own small room and write poems. That's okay if you are an introvert. If you are a stock exchange trader, you will sit in front of a computer and you will trade. You will not interact with any other person. So being an introvert there is fine. But if you have to be in the corporate sector, where there are parties every Friday, where your boss is going to offer you a drink, where you have to be a part of project teams, if you are an introvert, there will be a lot of problems. You know why? Let me tell you the reality of life. Maybe, and I gave this example to that student also, your senior from final year. I gave this example to him. Let us say I am sitting in the staff room and I'm a little preoccupied with some work and I urgently need to withdraw some money from an ATM. Let us assume that I really need to withdraw some money from an ATM. Now I can't go out. I am so busy with work that I can't go out. On the corridor right now, on the first floor corridor from where I'm conducting this class and where my room is, there are at that point of time 50 students. One period is over, the other one is about to begin, so people are changing classes, etc. There are 50 students. I will, when I think of giving one of those students my ATM card and my PIN, I will not randomly pick any student from the corridor. What will I do? I will think of one person who I can trust. And I will call that person and give that person my ATM card and PIN and say, Bhai kichu taka tu le aan. Now the question is, all the people on the corridor are my students. I should be looking at them equally. And I do look at every student equally. But then why did I choose that one person? Because with that one person, I have a personal relationship. Maybe we share jokes. Maybe he comes and shares his life with me. Maybe we are friends. Maybe we share tiffin. Maybe we live in the same town. There is some connection. So I choose to trust that person. Maybe on the corridor at that time, there are 10 other people who are more trustworthy than this guy, but I don't know them. I will trust the person I know. What does this mean? That if in this world, in the 21st century, even if you are a very talented worker, even if your professional output is more than me, but if I am the person who smiles and wishes my boss good morning every day, if I am the person who shares little harmless jokes with my boss every day, then when my boss will have to give a promotion and he can give it to only one person, believe me, my face he will remember before yours. Maybe you are more talented than me, but the personal equation, my not being an introvert, will actually help me to get that promotion. I'm not bribing him. I'm not bad in my profession either, but you are slightly better than me. But you will still be ignored because when the boss has to give a promotion and he thinks of a face, a name, my face and my name will pop up before yours. So being an introvert in the IT sector, in the corporate world, is actually a serious disadvantage. Personally, I believe that people who are introvert are actually very gifted people. You know why? Because they know themselves more than anyone else. Extrovert people look at the world outside. Introvert people look at the world inside. And from Swami Vivekananda to anybody, any saint, sage, fakir you hear, you will see that they always say, forget about discovering the world outside, first look inside and discover yourself. Introvert people do that.
I have one question. Then are all the colleges under Macau autonomous?
No, it will never be that way. Because if all colleges under Macau become autonomous, then Macau will have no existence. Imagine United Nations without any nation becoming a part of it. There will be no United Nations. So, of course, there are colleges, many colleges, because autonomy is a gift from the central government. To become autonomous, you have to have a high standard. It is not easy. There are multiple inspections by the central government. Even though you are a private college, the government of India sends its teams. They come, they inspect, they look at every aspect of the college, every aspect. It is not in your hand that just because you have a college, you can declare tomorrow, Acha Kalti Kamra autonomous. Doesn't happen that way. It takes from the day you apply for autonomy, it takes 3-4 years, hundreds of visits, hundreds of reviews, and many colleges, even after that, fail because the final report from the central government comes that this college cannot be made autonomous. So when you are in an autonomous college, any autonomous college, please know that it has gone through very strict checking by the government of India, not the state government, but the government of India, the Ministry of Education, because it is not easy. I own a college, so from tomorrow I'll declare myself autonomous. It does not happen that way. It has to have a high standard, after which, after all the inspections, the government of India finally sends a letter and says, congratulations, you are now an autonomous college under Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology. Clear now?
Okay.
Any other questions, anybody?
So,
Okay, 2-3 people. Yes, I'm here.
oh, sir, how can I manage to open myself? So you are talking
Okay.
about the
Yeah. I'll tell you this. The rule, and this is for all of you, not just for introvert people, but for all of you, because all of us are a little scared of something in life. Somebody is a little uncomfortable about opening up. Somebody is a little uncomfortable about relationships. Somebody is a little uncomfortable about job interviews. All of us have these uncomfortable zones or fear zones. Let me tell you something that I have learned from my life. Whenever you realize that something is creating fear in you, or there is something that you are uncomfortable about, please push yourself and do that thing even more. That's the only way in which you can overcome it. Usually, what do? The moment we realize that, okay, I'm uncomfortable doing this, we run away from it. The problem with this approach is, if you run away from, see, there are people who are scared of relationships. They say, relationship brings a lot of pain, lot of hurt. And, what if the relationship breaks? I have seen people who have gone through relationship breaks and they have completely broken. They started drinking, this, that. Some people committed suicide. Wo sab to hai, real hai, hota hai, mana. But if you don't go to war when Pakistan attacks you, simply thinking that there is a high possibility that I will die, then Pakistan will occupy you. Every soldier that goes to the border to serve the nation knows that he or she might die. And believe me, nobody wants to die. Everybody is scared of death. No matter how heroic one tries to be, nobody wants to die. Nobody wants his or her wife to become widow, or his or her parents to lose the child or the daughter at such an age. So they know that if I'm going to the border, death is always a possibility, but they push themselves because they don't want to fall. They don't want their country to be governed by the government in Pakistan. So every time something creates fear in you, every time you feel uncomfortable doing something, and you know that I have to come out of it for the sake of my career, please do it even more. Push yourself and do it. Do it for 6 months, push yourself for 6 months, and then after 12 months, you will see that you are no more your previous self. You have changed yourself, and it's a beautiful new you. This is something that you have to do yourself. No external force can bring this change in you. You have to do this yourself. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We are going to wrap up in another 15-20 minutes. Anybody else?
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, I want to ask that about the syllabus and what books are we going to study on that?
What's your name?
Sir, I'm Rita Shubhra Bose from CSE.
Okay. Don't rush into it. We'll tell you everything. Relax. You've passed out of school. A new phase is going to begin in the next 4 years of your life. We are going to torture you with a lot of assignments, class tests, books. So you just have a couple of more days before the pujo to enjoy yourself. Believe me, we will tell you everything. We will be there with you throughout the journey. And today you are asking me about the syllabus and the books. 1 year later, you will say, damn, that's a lot of books and a lot of syllabus. So till the time comes when we are ready to start teaching you, I would suggest you to just enjoy the induction program. We will not let you into the ocean without any help. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Yes, sir. Is there anything summer and winter vacations in college?
Okay, you are not even into college and you are inquiring about vacations. That's a very good sign. Okay, fine. Yes, there is a winter vacation, which is typically the Christmas vacation from 25th to 1st. And there is a summer vacation as well. The semester examination timings are typically June and December. Typically, a lot of things have changed due to COVID, but semester examinations happen everywhere in the month of June and in the month of December. So after June, after the semester examination, students get almost a month of vacation. And after the December semester, you get from 25th December, or if your examination ends on 22nd December, then from 23rd December to 1st January is typically your winter vacation. Got your answer?
Sir,
Yes,
when
sir.
are we going to have
Sir,
our first
from
semester
which day?
examination?
Too many people speaking at the same time.
Sir, when our first semester will be held?
It, I think, will be held in the month of January. I think mid-Jan or something like that. I don't surely know about the date, but I think it's going to be in the middle of January. I repeat, I think. I don't have the dates. Yeah.
Sir, from when probably our offline class will start?
When will your induction program end? Do you have the date?
30th.
30th. So you will come back, you will come to the college after the puja vacation. So I think, yes.
Sir, I think we will not get full 6 months for the semester.
No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. You won't. And again, this is because of COVID. Because when COVID hit us, our semester timings changed completely. For example, when the lockdown happened in March and the COVID was in its first stage, people were dying everywhere. The semester examination did not happen in June in 2020. It happened, I think, in the month of September. तो वो जो जून से सितंबर हो गया, तब से चल रहा है ये नाटक. And if you ask me क्यों मेकअप नहीं कर पाया, इसलिए मेकअप नहीं कर पाया because if you suddenly advance a semester examination 3 months, then that will create a lot of problems for many students. So what we are doing, what everybody everywhere is doing, is that we are advancing, we are closing the gap 10-15 days at a time. So it will take some time before everything becomes absolutely normal. Even though we have stopped using masks, even though world has returned to its normal life, but academically, it will take some time because of that scenario when in 2020, the semester examination did not happen in the month of June. It happened in the month of September. That loss of July, August, almost 3 months, that loss of almost 3 months, we are trying to slowly make up. And in any case, let me tell you that even though technically a semester is supposed to be of 6 months, once you get into BTech, you will realize that no semester actually happens for, induction class. You will find that no semester actually happens for an entire 6 months. It's either 4.5 or 5 or 4. Like, for example, if you consider this semester, the one that should begin from July, and in December you have an examination. The semester begins in July. A new semester classes begin from the end of July. You have August, you have September, you have October, and you have November. 4 months. That too, there's Durga Puja vacation, there's Kali Puja, 3-4 days off. So basically you get 3.5 to 4 months even during normal times, because classes would begin from the end of July and you have your semester examination from December. In between there's Puja vacation and all. So you will, even during normal times, you will not really get 6 months for a semester. Okay?
Sir, but the syllabus is of 5 months or something like that.
I
and
know.
we have to rush or
Yes,
like that.
Absolutely. We will. You and I, all of us will become Usain Bolts once you join. We'll run. But of course, we'll not do it in such a way that you don't understand anything. But we'll do it. We'll have to do it. Because if we go beyond January, the next semester has to happen in the month of June, right? So either here or there.
Sir, so can we get the syllabus of something for first semester so that we can?
It's there on our college's website. This is for all of you. If you go to our college's website, you will find the syllabus section. You will find the entire syllabus. It's all uploaded there. Transparency.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, I am Soham from CAC again.
Okay.
I have a problem from my childhood. Whenever I enter a room full of people, I start to fumble or start to get anxious about what other people will think about me, or if I fumble between my time of talking. So what is the way to overcome this fear? Now that I am talking through Zoom platform, I am not fumbling at all. But when I get into a room full of people, 40 or 30 people, then I get so much anxious that I start to fumble a lot.
Okay, so what we will do when the college reopens is that I'll constantly make you walk into rooms full of people, okay? Until and unless you get rid of this issue.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Every time I see a room full of people, wherever you are on this planet, I'll hunt you and I'll bring you and then I'll push you inside that room.
Okay,
and
sir.
I'll ask you to speak.
Sir.
Okay? Don't
Okay,
worry
sir.
about that.
Thank
Take
you,
care
sir.
of it.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, do we need to buy a laptop or a computer for this?
I will not officially tell you that you have to, but unofficially, as a friend, as a brother, I would say yes. Engineering becomes easier if you have a laptop. You will need a laptop. If not in first year, you will definitely need a laptop from the second year onwards.
Sir, I am from EC, so again.
Doesn't matter. You will need a laptop. Maybe not in the first year, but from the beginning of the second year, yes, you will need a laptop.
Sir, any other electronics gadget?
Sir, I have computer, but will I have to buy a laptop?
No, if you have a computer, then you don't need to buy a laptop. The laptop helps you because many times you have to do your work.
Sir, I cannot hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, another call came through. Laptop helps you because many a times when you are in second year, third year, fourth year, you guys will work together. 4 or 5 people in a team will work together on a project or something. And that would have to happen in sitting in the library or sitting in one of the classrooms. That's when a laptop is actually required. But if you have a computer at home, you can manage it. But having no computer at all and studying BTech is something that I would say should not happen in 2021-22.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, how many subjects are there in one semester?
It depends, bro.
Any exams?
It depends. Sometimes, like in final year, in your 8th semester, you, I think, have 4 papers. In your second semester, you may have 7, 8 papers. In your third, you may have 11 papers. Depends. It's not evenly distributed. Your engineering will actually begin from second year. I believe you know that because in the entire first year, all of you will basically study the same stuff, revision of physics, maths, chemistry, and there'll be English, all these. You will not really go into engineering. In second year, when you go into your third semester, which is your first semester of second year, that's when you will actually go into your mother streams. And that's when your real engineering will begin. So second year is going to be your first year of engineering, real engineering. First year is going to be just a revision of the stuff that was there in 11 and 12. And that's how it is everywhere in India, not just in our college, everywhere. First year, you study basic stuff that you might not have really studied in class 11, 12. And then from second year onwards, EC people go into the EC department classrooms, CAC people go into the CAC department classrooms and so on. Okay.
So this means that we will get only 1 year and then placements and all recruitments.
No, you will get 2 years, entire second year, entire third year. When you are going from your third year to fourth year, at that time, there will be the recruitment drives. So 2 years.
Okay.
2 years. 4 semesters.
Sir, do we need to follow the MACOUT syllabus?
Do you need to follow the
MACOUT syllabus?
No. If you go to our website, our college's website, you will find the syllabus that we use, that we have created, and that has been ratified by the government of India. We follow that syllabus, and you need to follow that syllabus as well. You don't need to follow MACOUT syllabus anymore. Our syllabus is slightly more advanced. We have done that because we could do that because we are autonomous. The MACOUT syllabus is slightly more backdated. So we have a better syllabus, I can tell you that.
Sir, when is our first semester?
It should be somewhere around the middle of January. I don't have the dates, and this is not something that I'm telling you officially. I have a vague idea that it's going to be in the middle of January, your first semester examination.
The January is too early.
Yes, sir. It
I
would
know
be better if February
you want
first week or something.
you want it to be in 2023, 24.
No, sir, not that much, but I think it should be February first week, or that would be better if
I told you this a little while ago, that the next semester, the second semester, will happen in the month of June. All right, and the second year, third year people in our college right now under the same autonomous system, for them the semester examination will happen in December. Just because you are joining late, it will be in January for you. But the next one, your second semester examination, will happen on time in the month of June, which means that if we shift this examination, first semester examination, any further from January to February or March, then the problem will be the same for the second semester examination, because the second semester examination will happen in June. So if you are in January writing that examination, and then there is a 1 week or 10 days of break after the examination, you will just have February, March, April, and May for the second semester. So if you want to push it any further, it will not happen, but let's assume that the college listens to you and that happens, then the problem will be the same for the second semester as well. Because the next semester examination will happen in June. There will be no shifting, because we are getting back to normal slowly. As I said, your seniors will write their semester examination in December. Because you're joining late, for you it will be January. Otherwise, it would have been December for everyone. And the next one is going to be June, and it's going to be June for all students of the college. You, your immediate seniors, their seniors, everyone. Don't worry about that. We are here. It's not that, you will come to college and we'll instantly make you appear for the semester examinations. We know it's difficult. We know it's difficult. I want you to know this, that we know it's difficult. We know that you are new to this system. You are going to struggle. You're going to face some difficulties. But we also know that we are there for you. And I don't know what image you have of us, because you have been in this induction program for 3-4 days. But I want to tell you that you will find very cooperative people here. Every time you need help from any teacher, you can just walk into his or her room and ask her his or your doubts, and that person will help you. I of course will be there. Like, there are so many doubts that you had. You discussed with me, you asked me your questions, I answered you. This is exactly how our friendship will be for the next 4 years. Whenever you think that you need an advice, you need some suggestions about your career, you need some feedback regarding your personalities, you will always find me. I will give you my phone number, and you will have the freedom of getting in touch with me whenever you feel like getting in touch with me. I do not believe in being a 9-to-5 teacher. I believe in being a friend who's there 24/7. Your seniors will tell you that they have that freedom. Whenever they have an interview the next day, yesterday somebody called me at 11 p.m. and said, "Sir, kalke ekta interview ache, amar khub stress lagche. I have some questions. If they ask me these questions, what should I answer?" And I had a 1.5-hour long conversation with this guy. And he is now, right now, as I speak to you, he is appearing for his job interview. So with me, the scene is going to be very different. You can absolutely relax. Know that there is a person who's going to be there for you for any kind of advice that you need. If you are ever facing any issues with your personalities or academics or anything, you can just get in touch with me, and I'll try my best to help you in whichever way I can. All right?
Okay.
So it's time for us to wrap up. If you do not have anything else to ask or discuss, you can. Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, one thing, can I know your name?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have introduced myself. My name is Ashish, and I live in Hind Motor. I think some of you might know the place after Uttarpada.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I live in Hind Motor. I also have a home in Kharagpur. That Kharagpur where you have the IIT. My schooling happened in Kharagpur from ICSE board. I am a science student, 11 and 12, PCMB, like you guys. But then, like, I wanted to study literature, so I studied literature, English literature. I completed my graduation from Ramakrishna Mission Vidya Mandir in Belur Math. I completed my master's from Jadavpur University, and then I started teaching, and I have been teaching for the last 16 years. Okay. My home is still there in Kharagpur. I keep going home on weekends. Here in Hind Motor, I have my own apartment, and I have this apartment because I work here. It's not possible to come to MCKV from Kharagpur every day. So there are two places. One is Kharagpur, and the other one is Hind Motor. And you know, I have been living in this area, Belur Lilua area, for a long time. As I told you, exactly at your age, after passing class 12. I came to Ramakrishna Mission Vidya Mandir and I completed my graduation here. That was the time when MCKVIE was a new college. It was a newly established college. So I have seen this college right from the time it was new, baby. And it has grown so much over the years. So that's it. You have any more questions?
Sir.
Yes.
In this week of Friday, I have seen in routine that written that institutional practices. Then what is about that?
What session?
No, in routine means what that SAD has said that our routine here there it written that from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. there will be institutional practices. So is it compulsory for every student to go to that institution?
Oh, this I did not know. You have to ask your coordinator. I really did not know that this is there in your routine. Otherwise, I would have checked and informed you.
Sir, only on 24th we were supposed to go.
Yes. So 24th. 24th, yeah, 24th happened. I know that 24th you were supposed to come. About 29th, you should ask your coordinator teacher. I'm sure he will have this information. I do not have this information. He will tell you, don't worry. Just ask your teacher, the coordinator teacher, and he will tell you. Okay? Okay, how many people are right now here with me online?
197.
I am.
Okay.
I am also in so.
Okay, thank you so much for being here. I really, really loved interacting with you. And I hope that in the next 4 years, we will truly become good friends, not friends for the sake of saying friends, but truly good friends. Most importantly, I hope that you will learn more from me as a friend than as a teacher, because I really believe that the teacher-student relationship has a big wall in between. You get stuck, you do not learn as much because you can't share everything with the teacher. The beauty about friendship is that with a friend you can literally share everything. So I prefer being a friend than a teacher. This helps me because if I'm a friend, then you share everything with me, and that will help me to work on your personality. Because if I don't know what kind of person you are, I will not be able to help you, right? If I am an interior decorator, and if you don't open the door of your home for me to get inside, how will I decorate the interior? So for me, for this subject, personality development and stuff, it is extremely important for you and me to become friends, because if we are teacher and students, then I will not be able to do the interior decoration properly. And by interior decoration, I mean working on your personalities. So the more you become close friends, the easier it will be for me to know you and to work on you and to advise you as to how to improve your personality. There is no pressure. It's completely up to you. I will keep getting my salaries, but if you really want to improve, if you really want the right kind of advice in life, personal life, professional life, then you should reach out to me, and you can do that whenever you want to. You don't have to think about the time of the day. You don't have to look at the calendar of the year. Simply pick up your phone and text me. My phone number for all of you guys is, I'm giving you 30 seconds time to get ready to save it. I'm giving you my phone number, note it down, save it. And when you send me your first WhatsApp text, please give me your full name and your stream. For example, Preeti Shaw, if she decides to send me a text, she should write Preeti Shaw CSE. And I will save the number in a particular format that I use so that we can remain in touch. Now, my phone number for all of you is 9836 Done?
Yes, sir. Yes.
There is some
Yes,
network
sir.
issue. Please repeat it again.
Okay, repeating. 9836 2505997. Once again, 9836 2505997. Just send me a WhatsApp text with your full name and your stream. That will help me to save your numbers. Once again, yes.
Sir, once can you please check your chat box?
I have. You have written it rightly. I just saw your text. Hold on, I'll confirm it once.
Sir, Zoom chat box.
Yeah, of course. 9836250597. Yeah, that's my number.
No, sir,
Okay.
not that.
Then what do you want me to
Sir,
check?
please scroll up. You can see one message I have sent you.
What's your name?
Sir, Ritashubra Bose, CSE 23.
You have sent me a message. Please suggest me something. Okay. What do you want me to suggest?
Sir, actually, I am copying that text.
You can text me. Now you have my number. You can text me, and I can have a conversation. If you don't want to have this conversation here in public, then you now have my number. You can get in touch.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you guys have my number. You don't have to say stuff here anymore.
Okay.
And I gave you this number because you're going to, I think you're going to need this, because if you have really understood whatever I told you, the importance of having a good personality and communication skills, then I'm sure you will need this number. And I believe that even though you still think of me as a professor, I believe you have understood that I am a slightly different kind of teacher. My approach to teaching is slightly different. I do not believe in creating barriers between students and teachers. I believe that learning happens best when two people are friends. So use the number, get in touch, keep in touch, and I'm sure the next 4 years are going to be extremely productive for each one of you. I wish you all the success, and I know that you guys had a lot of options. There are many engineering colleges in Bengal right now, even outside. I, as a member of this college, I really want to thank you for choosing us. And I promise you that in my personal capacity, whatever I can do for you, I will do. Because even though I haven't seen you, met you yet, I really want all of you to be successful. Because I have seen people beginning to cry when they get their jobs. I have been hugged by people who I prepared for their interviews. I know that feeling. I know that feeling for them. I know that feeling for myself. And I would really want all of you to achieve your aims and ambitions. And I promise to do everything I can to help you reach that success in your life. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
You
Thank you,
are
sir.
all
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
take care of yourselves. See you after the Pujo vacation. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye, all of you. I'm signing out now.